Now, there are three major chapters in the four Gospels that are devoted to the coming again of Jesus Christ, though he mentions it many other times. The 21st chapter of Luke, the 24th chapter of Matthew, and this 13th chapter of Mark. And there are five things that I want you to see about the coming again of Jesus Christ that is used in these chapters. The first one is watch. Second, wait. Third, walk. Fourth, work. Fifth, wake up. Jesus said we're to watch. We're to watch an unfolding scenario which would match current events in the world, which he predicted would precede his return. He said in Matthew 16, discern the signs of the times. He said, read the signs. He said, they'll be all about you before I return. Now, Jesus said, watch. He also said, wait. Wait for his coming. Paul defined a Christian as someone who has turned to God from idols to serve the living and true God and to wait for his Son from heaven. To wait for his Son from heaven. Habakkuk prophesied that that great day of the Lord is yet for an appointed time at the end, though it tarry. Wait for it, he said, because it shall surely come. It will not tarry. Hebrews 10:37 quotes from this same passage and said, yet for a little while, and he that shall come and will not tarry. Matthew Henry once said that though he tarry beyond our time, he will not tarry past the due time. The time when he is due. Because the time has already been appointed by the Father. To the Romans, Paul wrote, the night is far spent, the day is at hand. So let us walk honestly, he said, as in the day, not in rioting and drunkenness, not in strife and envy, but put ye on the Lord Jesus Christ, and make no provision for the flesh to fulfill the lusts thereof. In other words, the hope of the coming of Christ ought to make us walk as disciples of the Lord Jesus Christ, living godly and sober lives. The very fact that he's going to come, that should be an incentive. Yes, to know and to believe that there is a hope for the future, that it's not going to end in some great gigantic Armageddon that's going to sweep everybody into death and hell. God has other plans for those that trust him. There's heaven to come. He's coming back. There are too many prophecies that are left unfulfilled that must be fulfilled if he's to keep his word. Don't sleep. Wake up to what is happening and how close you yourself may be to the end of your world. Romans 13, and that knowing the time, that now is the high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believed. The night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness, and let us put on the armor of light. You say, well, Billy, if I believe that, I wouldn't be working for peace and trying to get a better world and do good things. Why don't we just sit down and wait for the coming of the Lord? He warned us against that kind of complacency. This should be an incentive to make us work harder than ever before. And just as judgment was about to fall on Nineveh, and Nineveh repented, God changed, and the judgment didn't fall for 150 years. A mighty revival in America, a mighty revival throughout the world could change the course of world events. And it's the only thing that can. But till then, we better be ready.